Give me just a second while I get something ready on the side. Let me just check. Is there audio?
Let me just check.
Yep, there is. Good. Let me get my face out of the shot, out of the reflection. Honestly, you guys, I am so ready for this Rayquaza hunt to end. I'm so ready for this to end in general. Okay, let me plug this in real quick. So I started a little bit later tonight. It's 9:45. Honestly, one reason I'm late tonight is because I was debating. Should I go and see if I need to poop first? Ultimately, I decided not to, and well, maybe that was a mistake. Well, it's just gonna have to wait until tomorrow morning. So today is the 10th anniversary of Shelby's legendary shawarma. So I wanted to go and buy some food today, because today, for their 10th anniversary, items are half off. And you know, I like their food. So, you know, because the news announcement for the 10th anniversary was weeks ago, my friends and I, we were planning to go. After work, we were gonna go grab some shawarmas for dinner, maybe come back to my place to dig in. However, we did not know that, you know, on the day of, so today, there would be a huge snowstorm. So, sadly, us going to get shawarmas had to be canceled. However, you know, I tried. I figured after work, well, because today my entire family of 4 did what we should do every day, which is the entire family of 4 takes 1 car to work instead of 3. Like, how stupid is that, right? There are 4 members in my family, and we take 3 cars to work. And we all work at the same place. How stupid is that? But I digress. Because today was such a big storm, it would have just made sense for us all to get into 1 car and go to work. So I figured, well, if we're all in 1 car, why not pick some up on the way home after work for dinner? So that was originally the plan. So, believe it or not, I was actually going to order online, and then for us to just go pick it up. However, when I tried to order online, the prompt said, you know, half off on items walk-in only. So it's like, god damn it, now I can't order online. It's like, oh well, if I was gonna go in person to pick it up anyways, then I may as well just order in person and wait, you know, the 10 minutes it takes for them to make my food. So originally, that was the plan. You know, were going to go after work. However, ultimately, I decided not to, because honestly, no one in my family likes Middle Eastern food, besides me. So because none of my family wanted it, they would have, you know, only gone because I wanted it. Well, I decided ultimately let's not go because of the sheer volume of snow outside. It was not easy being on the road today. It was not easy driving in the snow today. It honestly was borderline dangerous to drive, so I figured, you know what? Because everything's half off, I'm gonna save like, what, 10, 15 bucks? That's not worth the potential car accident and how much money that would cost. You know, the reward was not worth the risk. So, for the sake of safety, I said, you know what? sadly, let's just go home. You know? Honestly, I saved like 10 to 15 bucks today if I were to buy it today. However, you know, it's not risk a potential car accident. So, let's just go home. So, sadly, I tried my best to go and get me some Middle Eastern food, but it did not play out. It did not work. Whatever. I can always go on my own time, you know? Whenever my day off is, I can always go. It's relatively close by. It's just because today everything was... I don't know about everything, but majority of the items were half off. So, you know, sad. And you know, I wasn't about to risk the life of the delivery person and trying to have it delivered to me. I also did not want to pay the $50 tip I would have absolutely owed the person. Because delivering food in this weather, yeah, you deserve a $50 tip. And I did not want to give a $50 tip, nor, you know, burden some poor soul out there with the job of having to deliver food in this freaking weather. Anyway, so, yeah, we tried. Today I actually had to shovel the snow twice. Had to wake up early to shovel the snow, and then, after work, to shovel it all again. You know, the amount of snow that came down today, I think the news report said it was like 16 inches. 16 inches of snow, which is, you know, 16 times more than average. However, it's like, that's a lot of snow. 16 inches of snow, that's a lot of snow. Now, you know, it didn't exactly reach like 30 centimeters. However, if that's only because we did not shovel the... Wait, no. It did not hit 30 centimeters because we shoveled the snow. We shoveled it in the morning and then we shoveled it back. We shoveled it when we got back. So, in all honesty, yeah, probably 30 centimeters of snow came down today. So, I am exhausted. I had to shovel the snow twice today. And you know what? Speaking of which... So, because of the sheer volume of snow today... First of all, we actually told 2 of our staff members today to not come into work because of just how bad the weather was, as well as the fact that, well, we didn't think it would be that busy at work today anyways. And it wasn't. Today did not look like a Sunday, at least for us, because majority of places are closed on Sundays, except for us. Weekends are actually more busy for us. So instead of the heavy foot traffic we would expect for a typical Sunday, today was actually barren. Today more so resembled like your average Tuesday, where people aren't really shopping because it's a school day, it's the middle of the week. So today did not resemble a Sunday whatsoever. Also, the snow caused us to be like... half an hour late to work. Not that that mattered. Nobody was there. Very little people were actually shopping around in the mall. It also caused us to leave work early. So instead of us leaving work at like 6:30ish, we were originally going to push it up to like 6 to leave. No, we ended up leaving at 5. We said, let's not waste our time. Let's just go home. I mean, I'll admit, the mall was not entirely barren today. When we first got there, there were indeed some people, like maybe 24 people walking around, sitting down at the food court eating. And I really question, like, why? Why? Like, think of it this way. Those people had to do basically what we had to do, only for a different purpose, different objective in mind. Because, you know, we all had to wake up early, shovel the snow, get in the car, drive in this weather, and get to the mall. Only for us, it's to work. And for them, it's to shop. Who in their right mind went out to shop today? Like, why? You had to wake up early to shovel the snow. You had to get in your car and drive in this weather. Just to, like, eat breakfast at the food court? Or do some shopping? I don't get it. Like, you knew a storm was coming. You knew a big snowstorm was coming and happening at the moment of you shoveling the snow and getting in the car. And yet you still decided today's the best day. Today is a good day to go out shopping. We're gonna shovel the snow, we're gonna drive in this weather, and we're gonna go to that mall. Like, why? You couldn't have picked any other day besides today's terrible weather. Seriously? Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. I tell you what, if it were me, as a customer, I sure as hell ain't leaving my house today. I'll shovel my driveway, but I sure as hell wouldn't get in my car and drive to the mall just to eat at the food court. Like, I don't get it. I don't get why people were even out shopping today. And I'll admit, you know, throughout the day, as the day moved on and as the storm died down, there were more people walking around, since it is still the weekend. However, there was still a lot of snow outside. It was still very hard to drive. Evidently so, with what I saw my dad had to do, how carefully my dad had to drive when we left work and went home. See, it's days like this where it's best for me not to drive, because if anything happens, I can't be held responsible. However, that won't be the case forever. One day, you know, if I do have a family of my own, I'll be the man of the house, and it would be my job to drive the entire family in a snowstorm, just like it is my dad's job right now. But you know, one day my dad, he's gonna grow older than he is now. He's gonna retire. He can't drive the whole family. So it's gonna fall upon me. One day, it will fall upon me to drive my parents and sister through the big snowstorm. So for now, I could sit back and not be the one behind the wheel. Because, you know, just in case anything happens, I'm not responsible. But in the next couple of years, that will be my role. That will be my job. When my dad is, you know, too old, he needs to take a back seat. So it would be my job to drive the whole family in a big snowstorm. And I dread when that's going to be the case. Because let's face it, we're going to get in trouble. I'm going to get myself in trouble. And my family's just going to be collateral damage. So, yep, today was pretty quiet at work. So, you know, thankfully, we told our 2 extra staff members not to come in today. Because, you know, we can save on not paying them. I know that's a dick thing to say, but, like, yeah. You know, they don't work, they don't get paid. So, anyways, today was a pretty big snowstorm. It's like the biggest snowstorm I've seen in years, in the past couple of years. And you know what? In my eyes, this is a good thing. We may have dry, gray Christmases now, instead of a white Christmas full of snow. No, we have dry, gray Christmases and even sometimes New Year's. However, the fact that, and this is really important, the fact that Canada still gets to have these big snowstorms, to me, is a good sign. Just shows that we have not completely destroyed our planet. And also, global warming is not shifting everything. At least not too out of whack yet. So the fact that Canada still has snow, I see as an absolute win. I swear, one day Canada, and that's really scary, Canada, won't even have snow anymore. We're gonna see snow in the winter. What? Of course. Hopefully that stays the case. We're gonna see snow in the summer. We're gonna get heat waves in the winter. At that point, it's like, okay, we're really messing up our planet. I like this song, okay?
I like this song.
Oops,
Okay?
I didn't even mute myself.
Oops, I didn't even mute myself.
There we go, muted. Now I don't have to hear my own cringe voice. Tomorrow on Monday is family day, so tomorrow has no school anyways. However, if tomorrow did have school, I imagine it also would have been a snow day. Like, damn. Kids this week in particular are lucky. Thursday was a snow day, Friday was a PA day, and then Saturday, Sunday. Monday is family day, and damn, if Tuesday's a snow day as well, damn. These kids are lucky this week. There are huge, and I mean absolutely huge pile of snows outside. They're as tall as me. So it's gonna be so satisfying when it gets warmer, springtime comes around, just seeing all that snow melt, just all disappear into the lawn, disappear into the sewers. It's gonna be so satisfying seeing all that snow go away. However, until then, we just see giant piles of snow outside. These days are fantastic if kids want to go tobogganing or sledding. Man, I have not done that in maybe a good, 10, 15 years. So today I would have watched that one episode of American Horror Stories, the one about the back rooms. I would have, but then I just wasn't feeling like it, so I didn't watch it yet. And you know what? Speaking of not really feeling like it, I'm not really too motivated to do this Skorupi hunt right now. Like, I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna follow through with it. One, because I want shiny Skorupi, and two, I already collected all the eggs. So I need to hatch them to get rid of them. But like, damn, after 2 Masuda odds hunts in BDSP of all games, it's like, damn, I'm kind of burnt out. I'm kind of done with doing this. But I'm still gonna stick through with it. I'm still gonna do it. Instead, what I've been doing for the past 2 days, like, I've been more in the mood to do this than shiny hunting. Even though what I'm doing right now is pointless, absolutely serves no purpose, and I doubt it would ever actually serve any sort of purpose. So remember how I mentioned before I'm working on my home Pokemon Go decks? Well, that's what I've been doing. So I transfer things from Pokemon Go up to Pokemon Home, get them registered in the Home Pokedex, and then certain things that I need to evolve, I evolve it in the mainline games. So like, I needed an Unpheasant registered, I caught a shiny. I caught a Tranquil in Pokemon Go, I transferred it up, and then I evolved it in Sword and Shield and put it back into Pokemon Home. So that's what I've been doing. Whatever I still need registered and whatever needs evolving, I just did it in the mainline games. I've been more motivated to do that. You know, just evolving Pokemon Go stuff in the mainline games to register in Pokemon Home. Now, like I said, that serves absolutely no purpose. I highly doubt they will ever lock a shiny reward behind the Pokemon Go decks. One, because it's not a mainline series game, and two, not every Pokemon is available in Pokemon Go just yet. The fact that we still don't have Manaphy, Fion, or Arceus in Pokemon Go speaks volumes. And Univator is next month. I think it's next month. Or maybe it's the month after. I don't know. Univator is coming up soon. And I remember these tours meant every Pokemon of that region would be available in game. However, Sinnoh broke that. And not only every Pokemon from the region, they could all be available shiny. You know, Kanto Tour, I think that was when the $17 shiny Mewtwo ticket was available. Johto Tour, I forget if shiny Celebi was available then or before. Hoenn Tour, we got the shiny Jirachi Masterworks Research. Sinnoh Tour, yeah, we didn't get that. We got a Masterworks Research for Shaman. To this day, Manaphy, Fion, and Darkrai are not available in Pokemon Go, so the whole tour tradition of bringing every Pokemon from the region into the game and available shiny has been broken. So yeah, what I'm doing right now serves absolutely no purpose. But I'm still gonna do it. Hey, it gives me something to do. The Pokemon I don't need from Pokemon Go, I send it to Pokemon Home. And then I just need a couple of Dex entries filled in, I just evolve it. It's kind of cool in my Pokemon Home, seeing all of these fully evolved Pokemon with the ugly Pokemon Go G symbol next to it. It's kind of cool seeing just a huge collection of fully evolved Pokemon, knowing they originated in Pokemon Go. Now, yes, that does mean there are things that are going to be very difficult to register, like legendaries, mythicals, certain baby Pokemon. And if not baby Pokemon, things that are exclusive to eggs, those are going to be quite hard to register. And, well, deal with those when the time comes. But for now, just whatever random things I can catch that spawn in the wild I'm still missing, I catch it and I transfer it up. For now, that's what I do. I realize I have one that would be rather difficult for just a regular player. However, for me, it's no problem. And that is Golden Go. I am about to max out on Gimme Ghoul coins again in my Pokemon Go, so it's no problem. However, I don't want to waste my Gimme Ghoul coins in Pokemon Go if it's just going to go to home. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to transfer a regular Gimme Ghoul to Pokemon, to Pokemon Home, and then just evolve it in Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield? Evolve it in Scarlet and Violet. I don't need the so many terms. I don't need the Gimme Ghoul coins in that game anymore. I have several Gimme Ghouls. And you know, the amount of postcards I send to Scarlet and Violet just to constantly get myself the Gimme Ghoul bag. Yeah, I gather plenty of Gimme Ghoul coins. In my Scarlet and Violet, I sell the Gimme Ghoul coins for money anyways, because I don't need them. Man, I am so ready for Rayquaza to be shiny, so I can just move on with my life. Like, at this point, I am just ready for this to be done with and move on. You know, whenever I get the shiny Skorupi, of course I'm gonna leave it as a Skorupi. I'm not gonna evolve it into Drapion, because shiny Drapion sucks. Such a downgrade. Skorupi has such a fantastic red shiny, and Drapion's shiny sucks. So absolutely not. I will not be evolving it. Oh yeah. So about the home Pokemon Go decks, I'm just shy of 400. So there's that. That is like almost 390 more than what the average person would probably have. I'll be generous and say maybe 10 Pokemon were sent over. But let's be honest, probably not even one would be sent over from the average player. So the fact that right now I have like just under 400 registered, that's quite a lot. And honestly, I would have more if I simply just get off my lazy ass and just look up what useless legendaries do I have that I don't need in Pokemon Go and just send over. I have probably hundreds of Dialgas, Palkias, Lugias. I have hundreds of legendaries I don't need in Pokemon Go, but yet I keep, because I'm a hoarder. Like, all I need to do is transfer one of each, and they're registered. Like, you know, countless Mewtwo's, countless Lugias, countless Reggies. All I need to do is transfer one, and it's registered. What am I gonna do with a Premier Ball Pokemon Go originating Terrakion? I don't know. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to, in one box, have all the legendaries originate from Pokemon Go. That'd be kind of cool to see. You know what? I think it's time to change up the music. Maybe I should have gone poop before doing this. Because I had to shovel the snow this morning, and because I was kind of in a rush to get out the house because shoveling the snow already made us late, well, I'm not sure if everything came out. And I did eat a big dinner last night. You know what dilemma I kind of have when it comes to my trip to Japan and Hong Kong? Obviously, I'm going to bring my Nintendo Switch with me. But the question now is, do I bring my Switch dock? Do I bring it so I could dock it onto the TV? Because, you know, my concern is still the voltage. Turns out Japan uses the same voltage as we do, so it's not a problem there. The problem arises when we go to Hong Kong. Because Hong Kong absolutely uses a different voltage than we do here in Canada. And I assume the rest of North America. So, like, you know, I would need to... Obviously my cousin there, who I assume we're going to be staying with. Because we're staying with my uncle and, you know, his son, so my cousin. So obviously my cousin has one, so I could just dock it on his, but then the problem is the different voltage. Yes, I could buy an adapter, like a voltage converter, have his dock plugged into that one, and then have my Switch docked on his, but then it's so weird, you know? And also, like I said, if I have my own dock with me, I could bring my capture card, maybe not, you know, record anything while I'm on the trip. I could just with my capture card play it on my laptop screen, if I so wanted to. You know, better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So if I'm there on the trip, it's like, damn, my eyes are straining looking at this little ass screen. I would love to, you know, dock it onto my laptop. Oh, look at that. I conveniently brought my capture card with me just in case I ever wanted to do this. Or if I didn't, it's like, hey, cuz, can I borrow your Switch dock? Oh yeah, I need to buy an adapter real quick or a voltage converter. You know, it's kind of crazy. My mom and sister were discussing earlier today, when I was standing right there. They were discussing how long it's been since Grandma saw me. It's like, do you really count the time? Do you really count the time I went there for like 3 days just to attend Grandpa's funeral and then I came back home? Honestly, was it a bit of a waste of a plane ride? Yes. But I think we can make an exception. We can give it a pass because it was for my grandpa's funeral. So, you know, an entire plane ticket to the whole other side of the goddamn planet. I think we can give that a pass just for grandpa's funeral. So because I last went there for literally only like 3 days, that was December 2016. So that was just over 8 years ago. 8 years and like 2 months. And by the time I go back there, 8 years and basically 3 months since I last went there, since I last saw Grandma in person. But because it was so short-lived, I don't even remember anything that happened then. Does that really count? So if we don't really count the trip that lasted for like 3 days, that took place just over 8 years ago, then that meant it was more than 8 years ago since I properly saw my grandma in person. And because I don't remember when the last time I went before that was, I don't know, I don't think it's been 15 years, so let's say like 12 years. Though, then I don't really remember when the last time Grandma came over was. It's like, you know, we're talking when the last time I went over was. In the meantime, Grandma and Grandpa did come over, you know. I think Grandma and Grandpa may have came over early 2016, and then, you know, later that year, like not long after Grandpa started dying. Like, I remember that. I remember Grandma and Grandpa came over not long before Grandpa died. So, Actually, now that I think about it, the last time I properly saw my grandmother was probably 8 to 9 years ago. Yeah, that's right, because for my sister's wedding, we dug up pictures of, when Grandpa was still alive, and the last time he was here. So that was like 8 to 9 years ago. That was the last time I truly saw my grandma properly. So, Grandma can now finally see her grandson again after almost a decade. Can see how big and fat I've grown up to be. I swear to God, that's literally going to be the first thing everyone says to me. My cousins are going to be like, look how big you are now, and fat too. All my aunts and uncles going to be like, God damn boy, look how wide you are now. I bet you all of them are going to say that to me. They're going to look at me as like, oh my God, when I last saw you were this high. You're only a little bit taller now, but you're definitely wider now, buddy. They're all going to be looking at my parents like, what you feeding this boy? Look at how heavy he is. Look at how hefty he is. You know what sucks is, like, I'm the only fat one. Why is that the case? Out of all grandkids on both sides of my family, my dad's side of the family, out of all the grandkids, and so is my mom's side, out of all us collective grandkids on both sides of the family, I'm the fattest one. Not even that, I'm the only fat one, period. None of my cousins are even remotely close to my size. However, they're all taller than me. Even the younger ones are taller than me. My aunt is gonna be like, to her sister, so my mom. My aunt is gonna be to my mom like, look at all my kids. Look at how skinny and beautiful they are. Your son, however, my God. Sister, maybe you should stop feeding him as much. Oh my God. Well, it is what it is. I'm a fat grandson, I'm a fat cousin, it is what it is. Man, my cousins are gonna be like, you're a lot fatter than I last saw you. Then the last time I saw you, it's like, yeah, the doctor told me I needed to lose weight. I would not be surprised if I ran into someone from high school who I haven't seen since high school, and the first thing they tell me is, you're a lot fatter than I remember you were. I would not be surprised if that were to happen one day. Matter of fact, I'm borderline expecting it. Let's play something different. Not a Coca-Cola ad. Oh yeah. So I remember having this idea a long time ago, and then I remembered it earlier today. So we all want new evolutions. We all want them. However, Pokemon seems content to not give us any new ones. Watch this age pretty poorly. I did have an idea a long time ago. Something they could do, but I don't know if they ever will do, and they probably will not do. So, the idea I'm getting at is, you know how certain regional forms can evolve? Kind of like a Galarian Zigzagoon can evolve into an Obstagoon, but the regular Zigzagoon cannot? What if one day we get a regional form Eevee, and only that regional form Eevee can evolve into other evolutions? So only, I don't know, let's say it's kind of hard to make an a regional form Eevee form. It's kind of hard to make a regional Eevee form and not call it an evolution. Because like, what type would a regional Eevee form be? I mean, there's nothing wrong with them making it just another normal type. It's just a different Eevee form. Look at what they did with Basculin. White Stripe Basculin. Not necessarily a regional form, but close enough. And only the White Stripe form can evolve. And it's still the same type. It's still a water type. So, I don't know. Let's say a regional form for Eevee that is still normal type, but only that one can evolve into, let's say, a dragon type, a poison type, a ghost type evolution. But the regular Cantonian Eevee we've known for all these years cannot. I would not hate that idea. Is it because I came up with it? Well, I'm sure I'm not the only one in the world who came up with it. I'm sure that would piss a lot of fans off, because at that point it's like, why not just make the regular Eevee evolve into them? But hey, who doesn't want another form of Eevee? So yeah, that was my idea I had a long time ago. A regional form Eevee, that only that one can evolve into different typings. A dragon form, a flying form, a ground form, a steel form. Man, I feel like the most slept on concept in terms of Pokemon is not only Eevee, but also Reggie. You know, we had Reggies for Rock, Ice, and Steel type. Next generation, we got a normal type. And then, look how long it took for us to get more. You know, an Electric and Dragon type. So it's like, why not just give us more Reggies? Give us a Reggie Flame, a Reggie Wave, Reggie Tube, Reggie... I don't know. I would have liked for them to keep the trend of... Well, actually, I guess they broke the trend with Regigigas. You know, I was about to say keep the trend of just Reggie and then literally just a type. So Reggie Rock, Reggie Ice, Reggie Steel. Regigigas isn't Reggie Normal. But I think, given what Regigigas is, since it's the original Reggie and created the others, I think we can give that one a pass. So, ignoring Regigigas, yeah, they broke the trend. So it's not called Reggie Electric and Reggie Dragon. It's Reggie Alecki and Reggie Drago. So, oh well. It would have been nice to see like a Reggie Fire, Reggie Water, Reggie Grass, Reggie Bug. Literally, that's it. Just Reggie and then the type name. I think that would have been neat. But, oh well, Pokemon is gonna be Pokemon. I am trying to find a song to play. You know what? This came to mind. This came to mind, so screw it. Oh, you know what? I just thought of a song I never even played once before. I'll play that next. I'll play Gladian's theme next, because I never played that before. And you know, I thought of something regarding Type Null and Silvally. More so a Pokemon Go mechanic that they could implement for this Pokemon in particular. So, I was thinking, like, one day, when Type Null gets introduced into Pokemon Go, how are you going to evolve it? Is it going to be lame? Either you use candies to evolve it, or you need to walk a certain distance with your buddy to evolve it. And then I thought, why haven't they introduced a mechanic where a Pokemon can only evolve if they're best buddies? Kind of like friendship in the mainline games. You befriend your Pokemon enough, they become best buddies, max friendship level, and then they can evolve. And I'm thinking like, well, since Type Null is technically classified as a legendary, what better method to evolve it in Pokemon Go than just that? So you get a Type Null in Pokemon Go. If you want to evolve it, you're gonna have to best buddy it. And then by default, you get a best buddy Silvally. Unless you trade it. You know? But yeah. I would not hate that idea. Matter of fact, I would actually love for them to do that. But, you know, maybe only do that for Type Null since it's classified as a legendary. So maybe it's a good thing that's not the case for everything that needs friendship to evolve. Stuff like Baneri into Lopunny or Chansey into Blissey. If you had to best buddy your Chansey to evolve into a Blissey, no thank you. So that's my idea. whenever we get type null in Pokemon Go, if you want to evolve it, you gotta best buddy it. I think that would actually just make sense. You know, as I'm rewatching Daredevil, which I'm not even done season 1 yet, so that's not good, as I've got season 2 and 3 before Born Again. But yeah, as I'm rewatching Daredevil, how I wish I had a woman in my life kind of like Vanessa. Because, you know, she sees through Wilson Fisk's evilness and sees him as, like, you know, someone with a grand vision, but also has trauma. She can understand why he's doing what he's doing, even if she knows what he's doing can be bad sometimes. You know, it's like when Wilson told her that... when Wilson told Vanessa about his backstory, about his childhood, how he had to kill his own father, she accepted it. She understood. Damn. If I ever killed someone, I can only hope that someone would understand why I did so. You know, I would not kill someone out of joy or because I'm a serial killer. I'll kill someone who's, you know, threatening me, threatening my family, broke into my house, that kind of thing. And also only if I'm forced to, you know? You give me no other choice, I will end you. But that's just me. You know, we're reaching an hour, and it doesn't feel like it's only been an hour. It feels like it's been way longer. Can you believe I never played the song once before? You know what I should do one day? One day I should go back and replay the original Sun and Moon. Because I've replayed Ultra Sun and Moon so many times. That's all I know. I don't remember the original Sun and Moon anymore. One day I had to go back, replay the original games, just to see what the differences were. See like, oh, this is where this would have happened in the Ultra games. It's like, wow, that feature would have came so much in handy right now if this were the Ultra games. But I don't remember the original Sun and Moon anymore. I don't think anyone does, because nobody plays those games. Everyone plays Ultra Sun and Moon. I don't know, I remember the ending of the game being different. Then again, I don't remember what that difference is. I remember the original Sun and Moon game, you battled Professor Kukui at the end, instead of Hao at the end of... Yeah, Hao. I get him and Hop confused sometimes. But yeah, end of the original Sun and Moon, you battle Professor Kukui. End of Ultra Sun and Moon, you battle Hao. That's like one of the biggest differences I remember. Were the Elite Four even the same? Man, the original Sun and Moon games came out when I was in high school. I remember being so excited for them. Like, you know, it was almost like every other day we would get a brand new trailer showing off a brand new Pokemon. Like, it was hype when Sun and Moon was coming out. And then, you know, we got the games. And they were alright. Definitely felt like something was lacking. And then a year later, Ultra Sun and Moon came out. Not gonna lie, the decision to make it basically just make it a third version, only split into 2 games instead of a sequel like Black and White 2. Yeah, that was pretty stupid. At that point, yes, it could have been DLC, as well as yes, you could have just held off on Sun and Moon until the final polished product being Ultra Sun and Moon. Didn't you catch Necrozma in a random patch of grass in the original Sun and Moon games? As well as all the Ultra Beasts? Like, the Ultra Beasts weren't even able to be shiny in those games. Oh, music's over. Did you hear the Paramount Plus ad just before I cut it off? Ugh. You know, I'm thinking maybe I should just go ahead and hatch all the eggs I currently have instead of, as I'm hatching, collecting more eggs. Because right now I have almost 9 full boxes of Scroopy eggs. And I've only hatched about 6 boxes. I only need the one shiny, you know? I'm not going for a specific gender like I was for Feebas and Magikarp. So I get one shiny, I get to move on. I get to call it there. I don't need to collect more eggs than necessary in hopes to get the specific gender I want. So, you know, if I hatch a shiny in the next egg, that means I'll still have all those left to hatch. Alright, boom, shiny. Right here, let's see it. Damn. You know, as I'm rewatching Daredevil, it's kind of funny to think, at this point, it is confirmed that, you know, the Kingpin we see in this show, played by Vincent D'Onofrio, his variant out there is the giant Kingpin we see in the Spider-Verse movie. It's like, you know, his variant is huge. It's like 10 times his size. But when you watching Freyrin, oh my god. I have no idea how I'm supposed to even pronounce that. What is that again? Freyrin Beyond Journey's End. How long is this right now? Well, the fact that it's saying Season 2, you can most likely expect it in 2026 at the earliest. Tells me Season 1 is done, and that's about it. Is that it? Is there only one season? Why is it on Prime Video? Is that it? Just one season? Oh shit, it's on Prime? I'm on Google Images and Prime Video says Beyond Journey's End Part 2. Simuldub, whatever that means. I don't know, it's not the weirdest thing. I saw Spy X Family on Netflix. Ooh, music's done. Watch it, it's good. Yeah, the last guy who told me to watch something because it's good recommended From to me. Okay, but have I ever failed you? No, have you not? What? No, you have not. Because you recommended Invincible to me. And then a certain someone who recommended From to me watched Invincible because he heard me talking about it, and then he's just like, yo, this show's awesome. Man, I still don't get his taste in shows. Like, I really don't get his taste in shows. He likes action, like Invincible, but he does not like action like Arrow. He likes blood and gore like The Boys, but he does not like blood and gore like The Walking Dead. And you know what? Same thing. He likes story-driven shows like From, but not story-driven shows like The Walking Dead. I think it's safe to say that Walking Dead, yes, is a story-driven show. You know, I admit Walking Dead isn't perfect. The franchise is kind of a hot mess right now. The timeline, well, that's never been tidy. But you know, the amount of passionate fans out there, like yours truly, damn, kind of sucks that, you know, nobody else I know feels the same. And nobody wants to give it a chance. They see 11 seasons and how many spin-offs at this point? 3, 4, 6. I think 6 spin-offs. Let me see. Fear, World Beyond, Tales. Yeah, 6 spin-offs. They see 11 seasons and 6 spin-offs. They say, oh, no, too much. You know, the fact that people still discuss seasons 1 and 2 to this day just show how legendary those seasons are. And I think it was in Theo Hunt's video ranking the seasons. Him calling season 2 the Marmalade. Not the Marmalade. No, not Marmalade. The Vegemite season is actually quite perfect. You either love it or you hate it. People love it for its more story-driven plot. And people hate it for it being more slow and boring and story-driven. But you know, in my eyes, Season 2 is indeed an underappreciated gem. You know, if you're a top G like me, someone who does not have his attention span destroyed, then yeah, Season 2 is fantastic. Though if you're someone who, you know, foams at the mouth, scratches at neck for action sequences, CGI everything, if it's not action-packed, then it's boring and unnecessary. Then, yeah, you're gonna hate Season 2. Man, the Season 2 finale was action-packed, it was thrilling, it was horrific. Some of the deaths in that episode, oh my lord. When I tell you this show sometimes is violent, I tell you, it is violent. They were definitely more open to being more violent early on. Later on in the seasons, in the show, they did dull down the violence a bit. Especially after Negan. I think after Negan, they were scared to go that far. Which I'm sad they never went that far again. Man, after Negan's introduction, I kept waiting for the rest of the show to see Negan Lucille someone again. Never happened. I was hoping to see it again. Never happened. I don't know, maybe Dead City Season 2? Or 3, or however many seasons that show will get. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, 11 seasons and 6 spin-offs is a lot of content. However, you have to keep in mind that a lot of the spin-offs, only one of them is quite lengthy, being Fear the Walking Dead with 8 seasons. Everything else, at the moment, only has 1 or 2 seasons. And those seasons consist of like 6 episodes. Or in World Beyond's case, 10 episodes per season. So, you just have to look past the main Walking Dead show being 11 seasons, and the spin-offs aren't that much. Yes, there's a lot of them, but the seasons are short. 6-episode seasons. That's not even a week if you go 1 episode a day. Well, just like my college friend who's about to become a father in, I don't know, half a year from now. Just like when I tried with him, I try introducing people I know to awesome content. They don't want to give it a chance. Well, that's their fault. Well, not their fault, but that's their problem. I will stay alone enjoying the content that is awesome to me. They don't want to give it a shot, well, their loss. I tried introducing him to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and if you've seen that show, like, if you actually gave it a fair shot, you know just how amazing it got later on. Man, he was not even halfway into Season 1, and he's just like, man, I can't watch this corny shit. This show's terrible. I can't watch this, and I'm just like, man, it's only Season 1. If you give it a chance until the later seasons, you'll know it's amazing. And then, he quit the show, never looked back. Well, his loss. Is this screen tilted? How long has that been the case for? Oh, you want to know what my friend texted me today about? He texted me randomly out of nowhere. I don't talk to this guy all too much. I talk to him every now and then. He randomly texted me today with a screenshot of Superman and Lois's Lex Luthor. So his text was... Oops. So his text was like... Wait, hold on, let me pull it up. Okay, so his text read like, I was wondering why this guy looks so familiar, then I realized he's Abraham from The Walking Dead, lol. I didn't recognize him without his red hair. So, you know, he wasn't even watching the episode, he was just watching clips online, despite not being caught up with the show. So he was watching the clip of Lex in his suit, in the steel suit, in the John Henry Iron suit, getting ready to choke out Jordan, and then Lois intervenes, that scene. He sent a screenshot of that. It's funny that he didn't recognize him at first. I was wondering why this guy looks so familiar. Then I realized he's Abraham from The Walking Dead. While I like Michael Cutlitz as an actor, I kind of don't think he matches for Lex Luthor. When I see his character of Lex Luthor, I just don't see Lex Luthor. You know, I see Michael Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor. I can see John Cryer as Lex Luthor if he shaved that goddamn beard. Now, this is a hot take. This is a controversial take. This is a garbage take. I can even see Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Nobody likes him as Lex Luthor. However, in my opinion, when he shaved his head, he looked a lot like Lex Luthor. He may not act or sound like Lex Luthor, but just visually with the bald head, Jesse Eisenberg looks a hell of a lot like Lex Luthor. But yeah, other than the looks, not the greatest Lex Luthor. Yeah, I don't know what the obsession is with giving Lex Luthor a beard. Damn, maybe I should dust off Kirby Star Allies. It's been years since I played the game. I only played the game once when it first came out. I don't really remember much of it. I know the game had some pretty deep lore, even though, you know, Kirby games aren't known for their lore. Kirby games, like Kirby lore, is more so for the fans to piece together. It's kind of like Five Nights at Freddy's, only with the puzzle pieces more obvious. You know, the game you play for the gameplay, not really much for the lore. However, Kirby fans like myself, we like the story. We like the lore implications. And Star Allies, goddamn, the lore in that game hits deep. Yeah, I don't really remember a lot about Star Allies. I don't really remember anything. Damn, maybe I should replay it. Maybe I should play it here on the channel. You know, at that point, because I forgot everything, it would almost be like me revisiting the game or just visiting the game for the first time. Like, I really don't remember that much about the game. Oh look, there it goes tilted again. No, I don't know how I don't know how everyone would feel about me playing. Geez, when did that game come out? This game came out 2018. March 2018. So it's been almost 7 years. Oh my god, it's been almost 7 years. So I don't know how everyone would feel about me playing an 8-year-old Kirby game that at the time was already divisive. It was divisive because, you know, it was just your standard, you know, 2D Kirby game once again. Not innovative, not 3D yet, like Forgotten Land was. So people were like, I think it's about time we got a 3D Kirby game, but, you know, the next Kirby game, being Star Allies, it's not really anything new. It's just the same Kirby formula again. The 2D, side-scrolling one. You know, it's not too exciting. So this game was divisive when it first came out. And I don't really see anyone talking about it. You don't see anyone talking about Kirby games really in general. We haven't had a new Kirby game in quite a few years. You know, if they take their time to give us a polished masterpiece of a Kirby game, then I'll accept the wait. You know, we won't want we wouldn't want Kirby to be like Pokemon, where the games are rushed and unpolished, now would we? You know, I'll take quality over quantity. Though Pokemon can do whatever the hell they want. They can give us, you know, they can give us literally the source code with no game, and people would still buy it. You know what Pokemon technically could do, and no one can stop them? Sure, there'd be massive backlash, but people will still buy it. Imagine this, imagine this. Think about this, and then apply it to Pokemon. Smash Brothers Mii costumes. Don't see where I'm getting at just yet? Let me explain. They could sell brand new Pokemon each for like $1. And if you don't buy it, you just don't get that Pokemon in your game. $1 brand new Pokemon design. It doesn't even come with the DLC. You literally have to buy the brand new design on top of the game. They could technically do that, and no one can stop them. They would get a lot of hate for it. But people like me, oh yeah, we would still buy it. Must complete the living dex. So, oh yeah, if Pokemon starts doing that, God forbid they do. It's like, well, the game's done, all the DLC is out. However, we have more Pokemon designs in mind. And we're thinking of releasing them one by one as DLC, as paid DLC. You can buy each brand new Pokemon design for $1 on the eShop. And, oh yeah, I would. I would not like it, but I would. You know, there's not a lot of things for me to buy these days. You know, there's no new amiibos coming out, and the amiibos I'm still missing from my collection, well, it's not really easy to find them. Really not many, like, Funko Pops or U2s interest me. So there's just not a lot of things for me to buy these days. And I guess more overall that's a good thing, you know, I don't waste money. But then it's like, damn, I want that rush of adrenaline. That serotonin I get when I buy something useless but something I like and want. So it kind of sucks right now that there's literally just nothing for me to buy. Like I tried browsing online for anything I can shop, and there's nothing. There's nothing that I want to buy. I mean, of course there's always the option of eBay and just finding the amiibos I'm still missing at an absurd price. However, it's like, well, I'm about to go to Japan for literally 4 days. I know it's 5, but you know, day 1 when I get there, I'll be jet lagged and tired by the time I have dinner, and then it's like, well, time to sleep. So technically 4 full days in Japan. So I'm about to go to Japan for a whopping 4 days. Let me save my money, see what there is to buy there, and if I don't buy a whole lot of stuff there, then I'll come back and splurge. Hopefully while I'm over there, I can find a couple of things that I'm missing from my collection. But then again, you know, it's not like amiibos are in every single store. I have to go to some dedicated gaming stores to really see and find them. And aside from that, I would have to go to like every store, see what kind of fun knickknacks and what kind of fun collectibles I would like to have that would be completely useless in my possession, but still. And you know, unlike a certain someone who may or may not still be watching right now, you know, at least he still has things he can buy and collect, like say, Bakugan. Believe me, if I had the money and knowledge, I would collect those too. I don't know a whole lot of Bakugan anymore. I don't know what was rare or valuable or whatnot from the past, so I wouldn't even know where to begin to look. Ideally, I would just collect the main 6, the mascot for each attribute, but then again, didn't they, never create a Darkest Hydronoid? Something like that? And you don't need me to tell you just how many iterations of Drago there are. Oh, you know what? Give me a sec. Actually, I'm just gonna go use the bathroom real quick. Be right back. Once again, my dad has this new obsession with turning on one light in particular in the house and leaving it on. So I gotta constantly go and turn it off. Nope. No, what the help? Play my goddamn DDD. Oh, you know what? What day was it again? Hold on, let me look it up. When is the next Pokemon Go Community Day? Because it's been revealed what the next one will be. Yeah, March 8th. March 8th will be Fuecoco Community Day. Now, that kind of poses a problem. That kind of poses a problem because March 8th, I will be on my trip. Now, thankfully, that's not the day where I will be on the plane for majority of the day. So there's that. Because if I look at the schedule real quick, so I believe March 3rd is when I'm flying. So let's say March 4th I'll arrive in Japan. 4 days, so that's 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then March 9th I'll be flying to Hong Kong. So it's going to be my very first community day, not only in Japan, but just outside of Canada. So I'm going to have a shiny Skeledirge that says caught in Japan. That'd be pretty cool. And you know, Fuecoco Community Day is definitely one I'm excited for. Out of the Paldean starters, I definitely like Sprigatito the most, and then Fuecoco, since, you know, those are the two starters I picked for both of my games. Quaxley, I don't like very much. I don't care for it. And I certainly do not care at all for Quaquaval. So when that community day happens, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna catch the shiny, but I don't really care for it. You know? I'm in the process of best buddying my shiny. I'm in the process of best buddying my shiny Meowscarada in Pokemon Go, and I plan to do the same for my shiny Skeledirge. However, I am not doing it. I am not doing it for Quaquaval. 1, I don't like that Pokemon. 2, the shiny sucks. How you guys doing? Did you have to shovel the snow today? Let me check something real quick. Alright, don't worry about it. So I'll do this for like 25 more minutes and then I'll call it. I'm gonna end this at midnight. Despite the fact I started later today, I'm still gonna end at midnight. I shoveled the snow twice today, okay? I need my rest. And also, I think I will go take a dump before bed. Just because it's probably not healthy to, you know, carry this load until tomorrow morning. How about... I forget what the second version of this song is called. Let me just go shut the door. Hold on, hold on. My dad turned that one light on in the house again. It's not shiny, right? Nope. My dad turned on the light in that one spot again. So So I gotta make sure he leaves, and then I go turn it off. So my family, more often recently, my mom will fry up some lobako as well as some lingo, if you guys even know what that is. And I'm sick of it. At this point, when they eat it, I don't even eat it. Because I'm sick of it. Seems like Rayquaza wants to be a challenge, wants to be a nuisance. It being the last one, it doesn't want to be shiny. It wants to give us a challenge, huh? Jerk. You know what characters are still criminal for not being in Smash yet? Aside from goddamn near the entire Sonic character list? Why don't we have Bandana Waddle Dee yet? You know? We have Kirby, DDD, Meta Knight. Why can't we have more Kirby characters? I want Bandana Waddle Dee playable. I want Magolor playable. Hi, Dobby. Oh, good boy. Go. Go, sweetie. And the same question goes for all the Sonic characters. Literally all of them. Why still do we not have Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Amy, Eggman? These guys should have been in the game long ago. I kind of imagine if Eggman was playable, his final smash would kind of be like King K. Rool's. He will, use his he will use his laser and piss on the moon. I feel like his final smash would be kind of similar to King K. Rool's. Let me see if he turned that light back on again. Okay, good. The light's not back on yet. Though I sure will be at some point. Ugh. How did this song go again? Whoops. Yep, that's right, and that's not the song I'm looking for. It was just in my recommended, so I figured, what did that sound like again? What's the song name I'm thinking of? Is it this one? It is. You know, the second version of the song. You know, my dad, being my dad, he's saying that, you know, something we each need to pack for the trip is a towel, our own towel. Because when we're going to Japan, we're not staying at a hotel, we're staying at an Airbnb. So my dad's just like, bring your own towel for once you're done showering, you have your own towel to wipe yourself. And we're all thinking like, if they don't provide towels, then we could just literally walk down the street and just buy one. Why do we need to bring a towel all the way from here to there? Why can't we just buy one on the street? If 7-Eleven doesn't sell them, then I'm sure the store next to it probably does. But, oh well, you know. He wants us to bring towels, we'll bring towels. Yep, that's right, Rayquaza still hasn't shined yet. Being a challenge. Just heads up, I'm gonna be on for like 15 more minutes. I'm gonna end at midnight my time. So, not gonna be on for too much longer tonight. Hopefully, within the next 15 minutes, Rayquaza decides to be shiny. There are so many strange ways I could be phrasing this right now. Like, hopefully within the next 15 minutes, Rayquaza decides to be black. And, you know, that's literally the case. The shiny turns into a black color. You know, I guess I should be grateful for being at Rayquaza at this point, being this far up to this point. Because if not Xerneas alone, then Xerneas and Zygarde together had every potential to, you know, still last up until now. Xerneas being full odds and then Zygarde being Zygarde. Both of those combined had every potential to, you know, still last up until today. Those two hunts alone, I could still be on Zygarde today. So I should be lucky. I should be grateful that I got those two as soon as I did. I suppose Mewtwo and now Rayquaza is just balancing that out. Well, I think Latios... What? Yeah, Latios was longer than Rayquaza. But, you know, that can change. I think it's time to listen to something else. At first I thought you said "come on" over my music choice. But no, I think you mean Rayquaza not being shiny yet. How many encounters we had? I don't know. Keeping count takes too much effort. If someone would like to go back on all the VODs, count up all the encounters and let me know, please feel free. I'm certainly not going to. It would be nice to know the number, but I'm not going to put in the effort to find out. Sorry. Counting is just too much effort. I'll count how many when it comes to, you know, breeding, because of how many eggs I hatched for it. Like, that's actually easy to count. Soft resets, though, it's like, too much work. just for the final 5 minutes. So yeah, 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna call it for tonight. You know, the scary thing is, Rayquaza has every potential, every possibility to go even further than Mewtwo did. Take even longer than Mewtwo did. It's definitely a possibility. You know, in the corner of my eye, I always think I see it. I always think I see it shiny, but it's not. Alright, 1 more minute until it hits midnight, and I call it for tonight. Well, it's now midnight. I'm gonna go for now. Well, thanks for watching, guys. See you all next time. Goodbye.